we are off. Today is day 255 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here at freeCodeCamp. We have some type of challenge ahead of us. I have no idea what it is. Diff 2 arrays. Let's find out what the task at hand might be. Diff 2 arrays. Compare two arrays and return a new array with any items only found in one of the two given arrays, but not both. In other words, return the symmetric difference of the two arrays. Remember to use read search, ask if you get stuck, try to pair program, write your own code. Here's some helpful links: comparison operators, slice, filter, index of, and concatenate. Okay, so if we scroll down, we've got diff array 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should return. Well, what the deuce does it return? It should return an array. Well, yeah. Shouldn't it return 4, right? They just want the differences. Same, but different. So from my current understanding, we're supposed to compare each one and then return the one that's not, that doesn't belong. So that should just be the 4. Different array, blah, 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 should return an array. Yep, but what array? Diorite, andesite, grass, andesite, grass, dirt, pink wool, dead shrub, diorite, andesite, grass, dirt, dead shrub, should return pink wool. Yeah, because that's the only... Okay, yeah, so there must be a typo here of some sort. They're probably missing the 4. Blah, 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 pink wool. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should return 4. It seems like they've got duplicates of some sort. Andesite, grass, pink wool, dead shrub, diorite, andesite. Okay. You know what, this shouldn't be too difficult, and in fact, I think, worst case, we should have similar code somewhere in Code Wars that dealt with a similar type of issue. 1 caliph, 3 piglet, 1 caliph. I don't know why I was thinking caliph. I'm thinking of California. I was throwing in an extra I. That's just calf. Not California, half of California. Crazy person's choice. It's already... Well, it's not quite after midnight yet, but we're right there. We're on the edge of midnight. We're on the cusp. Snuffleupagus? What? Snuffleupagus? Yeah. Cookie Monster, Elmo. Snuffleupagus. Cookie Monster and Elmo. Piglet, Philly. Alright, so let's do this. Array 1 compared to array 2. 2 for loops. Some other stuff getting mixed in there, and we slice up the differences and push them into new. Or we could just push the differences into new. What do we want to do? We want to take 4 variable. Do we want to do slice, filter, blankety blankety blank. So we want to filter filter automatically loops through everything. If we filter an array, if we filter array 2, that means it's going to go through each one of these. We can filter it with I from array 1, and that would be each one of those. And any differences get returned or pushed to new array. I feel like that's crazy talk, but I can live with that. 0, semicolon. When in Rome, Stephen, what would you do? I less than array 1 dot length I plus plus does something some filter array 2 dot filter. I do not remember how to set up filter. Function something or other with curliness to semicolon. Here we would be pushing, at least in my mind, I would want to push new array dot push stuff. Oh, it's index of. Hold on. I remember. Somehow, forget the filter issue. I don't know if it's the for loop or the array or the filter, but index of, the way it works is it's an if thing. We'll have some type of variable with dot index of something. It's on the hunt for whatever ends up in here, and then there's another if statement somewhere in this nightmare, and you do if whatever that variable is, blah, and it's if blah is equivalent to -1, we then want to, they have concatenate, we can push, it's totally fine, doesn't really matter. New array dot push I or J or something or blah, and be push blah. So, well, sack of death. Interesting. Filter and index of. That really does. That's 2 for loops, so there's no need to have the manual double the nested for loops with, you know, the for, and there's a J, and something's happening with the second one, and some kind of weird if statement somewhere where I versus J is sadness, right? No one wants to live in the nested for loop hell that we were envisioning. We want the clean, clear-cut, straightforward filter and index of. So, chicken or the egg, which one comes first? Filter or index of? Let's try. Let's try clearing out some of this noise instinctively, now that we've got some ideas on what we want to do. Here's that noise. Okay. New array. That stuff's coming in. We want to filter index of. I think filter goes on the outside only because index of usually houses the if statement after it, or after you set up index of, then you would have the if statement. So just based off that alone, I kind of want to do filter. Do we really need to slice as well? I feel like slice and concatenate are kind of excessive. Let's just try the filter and index help. New array, blah. We want to filter array one dot filter. Did I spell filter wrong? No. Why has it got red nonsense under it? Function curliness semicolon. We're going to filter through stuff. We're going to filter through each thing of array 1. Oh, and it's going to be value. It's a nice generic variable. Value filter through filter array 1. So it's going to go through each of these, or compare each one of these against, it's going to do something against array 2 dot index of value. This can be unique or difference. We'll call it variable difference. And if difference is that needed? Is equal, equivalent to -1, we could return or push to new array. We could do new, we could do new array plus equals val. I think I'd rather push it. New array dot push value. Value or diff? We'll try val for now. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. And let's get rid of that. empty array, so that's a thing, versus diff. They still hate us. Array 1. Cool. 1, 3, 5. Array 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I should have done the nested for loops. Filter. You have just to brush up on what we're up against. See, it does equal a thing. It's a variable. Well, no, that's the array. Yeah, long words. Filter nonsense. Filter nonsense indeed. Filtered blah. D to D, D to die, searching an array, fruits. Blankety blankety blank. Array filter items based on search criteria. Query. Return fruits. L. Tiny cat, you're moving things. Search array. Fruits. L. Return L. 2 lowercase. Index. Query. Index of. See, that's what I'm forgetting. If index of finds it, does it return -1, or it doesn't? If it doesn't find it, it returns a -1. 7 does not exist. Index of. Oh, it's a dot index of 7. So that's fine. Doing value, it's comparing this. So that would be array 2. Hold on. We're comparing 2 to 1. This is B. So maybe we need to have something. We can call it variable diff1 is equivalent to tiny cat. What are you doing? Hey, go be a cat over here. All right? Yeah, good. She needs love. There you go. Problem solved. Kitty crisis averted. Diff1, and this can be diff2. Now, we wanted to compare the value. Diff1, array 1, and we're filtering. Compare it to value. If tiny cat, you gotta move. We're trying here. We're trying. Good cat. Good cat. Oh, not a 2. We need to check Code Wars because I am totally drawing a blank on where and what to do. Profile. Dee 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 da 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 dee dee dee. Look at you, tiny cat. Covered in fur, full of confusion. Solutions. Now we are looking for something with an index of blah does not equal -1. Yep, see, look at that. If blah title case, what did we end up having? Get us a list of all the words we need to convert. Title case, blankety blankety blank, results go through for variable I, subject word, blankety blank, subject I, subject word I. It is the first word, or it is not, if I is equivalent to 0, or if minor words, which is its own beast, index of subject. See here, so there was the for loop. So I should do the for loop for I, and index of for that, and push. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. So, for loop, copy, for loop, blankety blank. We can take variable 1, copy. Do we have variable 1s? 2 equals. Now, how should we go about doing that? Do we actually need a variable for it? We should have a variable for it. For variable I is array1 dot length. Does this... That doesn't solve anyone's problems, does it? Well, slightly. It's not perfect, but it's there. For... You know what? Let's just fix this on our own time. For blah, it will be diff1. So, this will be diff2. Diff1 will be equivalent to array 1I. So each time it will loop through, it will equal that. When that happens, do we need to still filter? I'm not sure. But now diff2 will be array2 index of blah copy. What was it? It was if blank index of. Oh, so it was the whole thing. That's interesting. So that's why it was off. If, just out of the gates, you just throw that in there. Array 2 index of I or diff 1 is equivalent to -1. We will push copy new array gets pushed to diff 2. And from there, we can return diff 2. Return diff 2. Why is it still returning an empty one? I wonder what I'm missing. Is it the format they want it returned in? I don't think it's the format they want it returned in. That would be causing the issue. Diff 1, so we've got new array, diff 1, diff 2. We really don't need diff 1 or diff 2, I feel like. Maybe we still need to do filter. If we do filter, then that's basically still having our second for loop. I mean, we could manually key out, or just do filter. Super death. Hey, Snowstorm TV. Hint, you need 2 for loops. Alright, good. So that does push us down the right path. Kind of like how we had down here as we were initially thinking through it. Alright, so, and in fact, we can just steal this guy. Copy, cut. Or do we use filter? Filter does go through each one. Diff 1, array I. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. For loop. So that's a 1 for loop. Maybe they don't need to be nested either. Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe it's 1 for loop, a second for loop, not nested, and then an if statement, not nested. Glowstorm. Oh, you need 2 nested for loops. All right, well, damn. At least we're there. So that's good. Now, diff 2 will equal something array 2 I Way cool. No, J. Array 2, J. So if array 1 is I, we get each component. Array 2 is blank. We can filter through. I feel like we'd still use both filter and index, even with the 2 nested for loops. After we have the 2, now that we have individual letters, we could do diff. Damn. I really thought it would have been similar to our last. I mean, technically, yes, it is. The inner for. Oh, I forgot to make it J. Bad Steven. Good eyes, Glowstorm. Good eyes. Okay. So, what is this currently giving us? Right now, it's looping through the first array, and it's dumping that. With each loop, it's updating it to diff1. Same song and dance for the second for loop. It's going through the second array. And it's updating each loop what this is. Fair enough. Diff1 and diff2 are single indices constantly being updated as the for loops cycle together. Now that we have those inside of both for loops, we want our if statement. What do we want to do with those 2 different variables? We will want to take if diff1 something is not index of diff1 index of diff 2 push diff 2. Syntax error. Damn. Glowstorm TV. I've written the code for this problem. Google Drive, cool. Here's the solution if we need it. When we throw in the towel, we will be sure to check that. We're still on our way trying to figure out what to do. It hurts, but we're trying to stick with it. We had such a similar one for the title case one. This was our last solution. Result words. Push. Subject. Then they joined everything. Minor words equal to that. Blankety blank. Let's find another one that wasn't so hilarious. Let's see. Of the last katas we did at Code Wars, our most recent one, Command F, index of next counting duplicates. How perfect. Distinct and distinct to for I in the text array, if distinct index text array I was less than 0, so if it was -1, it would push it to distinct. Else if distinct 2 index of text array I was less than 1, it would push to distinct 2. My concern is that we only need one that was the distinct 2 length. So perhaps this is, because that should be damn near identical what we were doing. Because that worked last time for us. At least at Code Wars. And again, Code Wars has many similar challenges to freeCodeCamp as we've been going down our journey. And this was just a week ago that we did this one. I think we'll be good with this. Glowstorm, there's a lot of disturbance in your from your mic today. Maybe am I not close enough? We'll get that all up in our face. Hopefully, maybe. Better, perhaps. All right, we're good. We are good. Well, hopefully we're good. We're so very close, especially with this answer in front of us. So, in fact, we can reference our exact answer that we had. Boom. So, they already gave us new array, which means we could just have new array 2. Get rid of diff. They had array 1, or they had new array with array 1 and array 2. What we could do is take text array, copy, Glowstorm, I'm going for lunch. I'll be back if you're still alive. Thank you for stopping by, Glowstorm, and thank you for your link. I'm trying to resist looking at your answer, trying to go off of falling on face or past challenges that I've completed. But anyways, if we're not live at that point, that's fine. I'll be back if you're still alive. Alive, not alive. At this point, it's 12:34 or 0:34 a.m. right now. So yeah, it feels like alive versus live. So anyways, enjoy your lunch. Thank you for the answer and the link, and good times. Good times. Onwards with the challenge. All right. Too funny. Okay. So we were spot correcting. We are spot correcting. And what we could do, watch this. We can actually take this down a notch, comment out this noise, and pretend that all of this is our new current code. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. Now, with that said, what would happen would be new array copy, paste, paste to new array length, new array. Hey, Null513, good evening, Grand JavaScript Master. You're too kind, Null. You are too kind. Hopefully your evening is going well. We are in the midst of solving whatever this challenge is. The difference of two arrays. We are trying to find the unique characters or indexes between the two. So the correct answer or item to return in this instance between array 1 and array 2 will be 4. Again, they've got all kinds of examples, a smattering of elements per array, and we're trying to find the ones that only occur once. Now, we're going through our answer and updating crap. Null513, can I suggest something? You absolutely suggest away. We need it. We need suggestions. Definitely. We also need to adjust this. Text array. So that is really array 1, array I, array I. And then for distinct 2, array I, array I. You know what, that didn't help anybody, actually. It was array 1. Copy. Trying to keep everything straight in my mind. And here would be our new array fiasco. Okay. After much trial and error, we finally reached at least a potential crossroads to this particular nightmare. And we don't really need the dot length of it. And I'm not even sure we need the second portion because we are just finding the differences. But nevertheless, all we've been returning, ta-da, is empty crap. But if we return new array, 1, 2, 3. So we want, it's bringing everything we don't want. Null513. You need to work on your breakdown method. I professionally code, and what I do is a lot of breaking down in pseudocode. I like that plan. I like breaking things down. I had a hilarious nightmare similar to this down below as we piece things together, but then I got cold feet because it's just me and my craziness and the silence yammering to myself. So then when I get unsure, I start to panic. That doesn't lead to anything productive, and then it's me tracking down old solutions for either similar challenges that I have conquered, like we had another very similar one at Code Wars counting duplicates a week ago, and it does find at least the first portion. I do think we need 2 for loops, though. Or better utilize filter and index. But yeah, I need to break down as a word problem almost bit by bit what they're actually asking. Similar to, maybe that'll help now if we do that. Once more from top, compare 2 arrays, array 1, array 2, definitely the case equals is wrong, but you know what I mean. Return a new array, we'll call it array 3, new array, return, new array, with items found in one of the 2 given arrays. We need to go through each array. Sounds like a loop. Probably a for loop for array 1. Something to do if array I is not in array 2, which this could probably be also substituted for index of, maybe even filter. And then basically the same song and dance, copy for array 2. But in regards to 1, but then what would we do if you know what, and that's 1, that would be I, this would be 2, that would be a J, potentially index of, but what would we do from there? We would end up taking, after we loop through array 1, and we have that index, if it's in, it's the index of that, return it, or push it to something. Oh, we would push it to new array. Both can do it. Right? Push new array, and we would push whatever I is for array 1, and here we would also to the same thing, because like this, it has deer right and pink wool, and this has piglet and 4. This is the same array, but from 2 different ones. So this would be new array dot push as well. And that would be J. Interesting. And then we'd return that. I kind of want to try this code now. Although we already have this. Do we want to just keep that? No. Don't just keep that. That's crazy talk. Let's go ahead and comment out this noise. What are we looking for? Return array 1 and 2. We really don't need this. We can keep the return at the bottom and move everything up top. Cut. Ditch that. No, don't ditch any code yet. No ditching of code. Well, you know what we'll bring this up to. Might as well. Okay. So, we will have variable new array cool for something for variable blah 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 copy something's going to happen inside this. We are checking for the index of copy if something array 2 if array 2 dot index of doesn't have I and it equals -1, we can push I to new array. Same song and dance for 2 for copy blah if index something or other if array 1 for j, then push blah. Think. Why do they not like that? Expected an assignment function and instead saw, oh, parentheses, not brackets. Cool. So get rid of index of, and finally, hopefully return new array. That's commented out. This is commented out. Maybe something will happen. I mean, it seemed a lot less messy. Hey, it worked. I mean, kind of. But we don't want duplicates. We only want... Zeros and fours? Why would it return zeros? Why would it have 2 zeros? I must have missed something. Starts at blah, pushes through that. I wonder what it could be. I should have it where stuff and such. New array, something happens to new array. Variable difference or new array 2 is equivalent to I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. What would we do? We would tell it we only want it to return or we want it to filter new array dot filter function do something value we're filtering based off what? If I no. What would we do next? I feel like we got close. Although I want to see, don't mind me, I'm opening different window. Copy that. Sending this, don't mind me. Tracking down issues. Tracking down issues. Sending things. Sending things. Opening message. Sending things. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Bee-dee-dee-dee. Bee-dee-dee-doo. Copy. Yeah, good, good. Beautiful. And now, we're looking for something. Interesting. I'm checking out the code. Hold on. Let's get back over to this nightmare. We're close. I know we are. what about diff array? What if we take this and that, copy, yeah, let's see how that goes, and run 020202. How's that even possible? Where's Piglet in 4? Push J 2 is 012 blah 012 blah. Damn. If IJ, we will figure out this hell. Array 2 length. If J is not part of array 1, push J. That's so strange. That's so very, very odd. Look at that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's gotta be different. It must be filter and index of must be essential. They gotta be essential. What to do? What to do? If we took the stuff, don't mind me. Hold on, let's check. If we're looking for this, just a second. Alright, we're back. Crises mostly averted. This is like day 17. It's actually not day 17. It's like day 3 or 4 of the missus being sick. So, it's just been all kinds of special. But, she'll pull through. What are we doing? We were on the verge of trying to piece together filter and index of. Index of will return -1 if it doesn't exist. I'm going to take this exact thing, copy, index of indices A, LA, IDX, push, blah 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 +1, blankety blankety blank, tiny cat. How can I help you? Did you have an answer for us, tiny cat? Maybe. Perhaps not. Oh my god, you're typing things. Yep. I'm just gonna let it happen. You are just way too determined, little kitty. Can you, what if you assume the napping position? You know? It's been a while. I know you prefer the napping position during the winter months, where we can share the warmth. And it's summer, and it's still hot. Oh my god, you have so many little toe knives. Ow. No. Sitting in front of the monitor is not going to help anybody. Okay. What did she do? What did she add? Hey, Glowstorm. Did your temptation overcome you? Not yet. Not yet. We've been pushing through. We're so far yet close, and everything's awful. Here, variable blah. Let's have this be, I just want to test. I just want to see it work once. I'm variable blank, but we already have a array 1, so we don't need that. We can just do array 1 index of, let's do, psst, no, tiny cat. Index of 3, it should. Can I just return that? Does it mean to equal anything? Variable test equals, that's what all I want to do. All I want to do is see if it works. There's that. And then test equals blank. Array 1 4. Let's do return test. Bastards. We need to put this back to the original. Okay, run that. See, why does it return 0, 0? Oh, I still have all the other noise above? Yes, it's all of the noise that's happening. There we go. Return test 2. A single. Why is it returning? Hey, tiny cat. Oh my god. No, no, no. Boopert. Oh god, don't mind me. Tiny cat's on a rampage. Oh, dear God. That cat is the destroyer of worlds? Holy hell. It's never ending. Never ending. So, we were able to test index of 3. Why did it spit out a 2? What does a 2 mean? In the world of index of. Let's find out. In the world of index of, 2 spits out a 0. Yeah, why? 2 is happy. 2 is our friend. There's zeros. The following examples of index of to locate values in an array. Oh, 2 is in the first spot. -1, it doesn't exist. 2, 9 and 2, 9 is all the way in the last position. Oh my god, your tail. Do you see this? Do you see what I have to deal with? Negative blah, and the 2 is the 0. Okay, so finding all occurrences of an item. I feel like we're so close. I don't know why this is struggling so much. Variable new. We've got array 1 and 2. We've got a fresh array ready to receive. A basic for loop. If 2 has the index of whatever I is for 1, if it equals, maybe it needs to be array I. Maybe that's my problem. Array I. Push array I. Maybe that's my issue. And then same thing here. Array 2, array j, should be wait. 1, 1. If the index of I is not in 2, do I want to return I or 2? I want to return I. So here I'd want to return j. Maybe it was just how I had set up. Maybe it's not as terrible as I had made it out to be. And I think after this, yeah, we'll probably have to just look at look at Glowstorm's answers. Sack of death. Needless determination. Why? This will be our last wish. Holy... It worked? Why? Why is it when I stop caring and just go with what I feel, it always works? Sack of death. I should be happy, but... Oh my god. There's not enough cigarettes in the world to quell the rage in my heart. I don't even smoke, but this has gotta be why people start smoking. Right? Right? What other reason could there be? Oh, God. We did it, little kitty. We succeeded. It doesn't feel good, but we won. Oh, God. Alright. Sorry for the delay. Glowstorm starts to lurk. Glowstorm, you don't need any array methods other than push. Let's close this so we can look at what the hell just happened. Other than array.push. Cool. Well, we mainly leveraged array.push to construct our final array, so that worked out well. 0513, Glowstorm TV, Steam's a grandmaster of JavaScript. Again, you're too kind, and I'm 98% sure sarcasm, but we're just really determined. And we eventually usually end up finding some way to pull it off, even though it is not pretty, but it works. It works. Grandmaster JavaScript, Glowstorm, 0513, what am I then? Dear God, I don't know, useless. Feels useless. BDX Inc., good job. Well, thank you, you guys, for sticking out and weathering the storm. Me and Little Kitty's antics. Oh, we made it through. We made it through. Let's clean up some of the noise, though. There's a lot of excess going on right here. Boom. Yes. So much better. Oh, so much cleaner. It's no longer sad to look at, which is nice. It's a happy feeling to have not sad code. I feel like we should... Here, let me crack open another window and track down. Glow, you did submit code in that link. Let me throw it up. Let's track that down. Tabbity tab over here on the hunt. Das gut, das gut. Okay. Aha! Yours is quite interesting. Let's see, you had... I should copy from the bottom to the top. Glowstorm. Your answer, comparatively... yeah, I'm just checking your answer now. I don't know if I'm gonna run it, but just to throw it up there, I see the difference. Yours seems much more official. Mine seems like Little Kitty and I took turns rating mine out. Yours feels very well structured. Yeah. Way so more than mine does. Yours inspires confidence. Mine inspires concern and confusion. But good times. Good times. Nevertheless, a beautiful solution at that. Should we run? Well, in the end, we're end up gonna sticking with my solution, but Donka, thank you for that. I just wanted to see and acknowledge you did take the time to write it out, so I just wanted to see what we had going on. All right, that was that. We made it out alive. Run that once more. Challenge destroyed. Challenge destroyed indeed. Onwards. Not now, but in general. Submit and go forth. We'll take a look at our profile. For the future, tomorrow, we'll have Roman numeral converter. Convert given number into Roman numeral. Sounds straightforward enough, but will there be tiers? You betcha there will be. Let's go ahead and close out of these tabs. Into our profile. Day 255 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 256 of the year of streaming and learning the code. In the meantime, thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream and or to help out. Today we had Glowstorm TV and Null513. Thank you both for your assistance. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And to anyone else who may have accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream, any and all views are always appreciated as well. We are in OBS. We are going to be stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.